I'm gonna be so honest, I was kind of disappointed. Hey party people, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, where today we are gonna be talking about the Harry Styles tour that kicked off today, as a matter of fact. And I have a few opinions, and I know we all do, so I thought I would just come on here and yap my head off about it, because TikTok and Instagram really only allow like 3 minutes before it gets boring and it doesn't get any reach. So I thought on here we could just yap and yap and yap and yap and yap, because I have thoughts. Also, do you guys like my jersey? It's really cool. I know, I love it. It is a Christmas jersey, yes, but it's appropriate for all times of the year, in my opinion. Anyways, today was the day I got up at 6:45 in the morning, actually 6:30, 6:30 to watch the live stream of Harry Styles' tour. And okay, this has been very, 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 very longly and awaited and anticipated, and everyone's been talking about it, and I'm gonna be so honest, I was kind of disappointed. I'm sorry. Like, you guys know, if you don't know, I'm going to 11 shows. I was actually, because of watching the live stream, I dropped one. I literally dropped one because I was like, I hadn't bought the ticket yet, but I was going to do it like when I got to London. And then I watched it and I was like, I don't need to. And the sole reason is because of the stage layout. Like, it's literally because of that. I am 5 feet tall. I am literally 3 fucking apples tall. I'm just not going to be able to see it. And I'm like a barricade or die girly. So, you know, it's kind of like, oh. And also the ticket prices being that expensive, you know? Anyways, I'm getting like off track. I have a literal list. So let's go through the list in order and try not to get sidetracked. And I'm also really interested to hear your guys' thoughts. So make sure to subscribe and then like put your comments in down below. Thanks. Okay. So the first thing I have written down is vibes good. Vibes were good. To be fair, his vibes are always immaculate. Like, it's always I'll be saying this a lot during this, it's always a one-man show with him. And stage presence, absolutely insane. Love it. It's incredible. And we love to see it. I'm glad he hasn't lost his spark or anything. Stage, absolutely ginormous, but that's actually my next point. Stage setup, whack. #scared. Okay, so I have a lot of points in this area, this field. Okay, so when I first saw the stage, I was like, wow, that's amazing. Like, this is amazing. And then when the videos started coming out of people being like, couldn't see, restricted view, I'm kind of just sitting there like, wow, I'm going to London. I didn't get the Together package. I got the Kiss package. I paid $800 for that, New Zealand dollars, because like obviously conversion rate and stuff. I paid $800 for that, and you're telling me I'm going to get a restricted view majority of the time? And like, okay, the pods are kind of fine, but if you're short like me, as I said before, I am 5 foot. I'm literally 3 apples tall, guys. When I'm in the pod, because I've got 2 Kiss pods, I've got one non-VIP and one Kiss VIP in the Kiss pit, right? When I am at that barricade, even though like I'll be looking straight towards the main stage, even though there's that, like, I'm going to put an image, guys, don't worry. Even though there's like that bit in the middle where he will be performing, which we'll be able to see him. Even so, because I'm short, a lot of people will be able to see the main stage from where we're standing, but because I'm so short, I'm not going to be able to see that. And I'm like, well, that's not nice. That's like, you know, and it's going to be like that for a lot of people, because I was talking to my friend who is like 5'7" or something, and she said she could only see if she went on her tippy toes. And she could only see the main stage. Like, if she would go on, she could only see over the bit of her stage if she went on her tippy toes, which means she couldn't see him unless he was like near her. And I'm like, that's not what we want to see for a tour that was priced like that, because the stage takes up majority of the entire like floor space, right? I'm going to be honest, this tour, low-key, if you are in seats, you are one lucky bastard. Also, like Rare GA, right, where they are, he literally sings 1.5 songs there, and then half the time he's just like all the way down. And because the stage is so big, if you're at Rare GA Barricade, you can't even like see anything. And it's just like, oh my god, like, I didn't expect it to be that big. I expected it to be big, but not that big. That's better. Sorry, I just had to fix my light. Also, the stage being like completely all different heights and different areas, like the main stage is so tall, and like, yeah, okay, it was like that for Love on Tour, like, you know. But anyways, the bridges, we need to talk about those fucking bridges, because what the fuck is the need? What is the need? There is no need. It literally restricts everyone's view on the side. Like, people paid for VIP on the side. I saw videos about this, and people like, I feel like he just wanted an excuse to sell more VIP, because people want to be at the front, obviously. But then on the sides, the entire thing is basically restricted view because the bridges are obviously on the sides, and then if you are anywhere, if you're like on the side, the right side of the bridge down like the edge, you can't see the main stage. You can only see that way. And then if you are on the left side of the bridge, and because there's two in each like thing, so you can only see what's like directly in front of you, if that's what makes sense. Like if you're on like side, I'm literally, me and my friend are planning on like selling our side tickets and getting different tickets because it's not a good view. Like you literally can't see anything if you're barricaded. And I'm just like, guys. And I'm like, did they really think this through like at all? Clearly not. And personally, I don't know what you guys think, but I think it's insane for how expensive the tickets were because there is no need. Like, there is no need to price your tickets like that if the stage is that big. It's like it feels like we paid for the stage, you know? Like, to be fair, there was actually nothing special that he did. If he was doing that on a catwalk stage, it would basically be Love on Tour, just with Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally songs. Clocked. Did I lie though? Did I lie? Also, keep in mind, all of the stuff I'm saying is like with love. I love this man with my whole entire being, and you guys know that. And if you don't know that, well then now you know that, because if you can't see like behind me, like my whole wall is basically Harry Styles. Like I love this man with my entire being. But you know, I'm allowed to be disappointed. I'm allowed to criticize. We are all entitled to our own opinions, so nothing anyone says is going to be wrong. So just a little disclaimer if you guys want to be like, why are you going to so many shows if you're disappointed? No. Okay, I'm allowed to be disappointed, but like it looks fun and I'm excited and I know I'm gonna have a good time, but I'm also like, oh, you know, it's just like a little bit meh. Anyways, next point I've got written down, it says Fine Line approved, because y'all know I love Fine Line. I was so shocked when he sung up. Oh my God. I thought when he was like, this is the song for going home, I thought he was going to start singing Sign of the Times, and I was like, oh, that's an interesting place to put it, you know? And then it was a Fine Line, and I was... Next is that the set list is basically the same as Love on Tour, which I quite literally just said before, but it's true. Like, there wasn't much variation going on other than he added Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally, which is fine, but like I kind of expected a little bit more. It's the only reason I expected more was because of the ticket prices. Like if the ticket prices weren't so high, I would expect like a Love on Tour production. But when you are doubling the price of your tour tickets, you got to double, like the expectations and the standards have been doubled, so you have to actually act on that, you know? And he probably thinks he did because of how big the stage is, but that actually did the opposite. That downgraded it, in my opinion, because it's worse for everyone. Like it is, like it's good for him because he gets to run around and do zoomies, but it's actually worse for us because we can't see. So next is that he finally did some dancing. I've been waiting for this moment because he's been dancing a lot like in the past like few years, and I'm like, come on, let's do some dancing. And then he did the boot scoot at the end of the last tour, and I was like, oh, it's a little bit of a sneak peek for the next tour maybe. And then he actually did it, and because you know that James Corden thing where he's like, I don't do dances, like because you know, as I said, it's a one-man show. It has always been a one-man show. It's always been him and his band. He does not do dances. Seeing Harry Styles with dancers was the buzziest thing ever. I was like, what is going on? But it looked amazing. I just wish there was more of that. Like I wish he did more dancing, like, you know. And as I keep saying, it would have made the show, like the expectation would have been more met in my view, because he did like 30 seconds of dancing and I was like, oh, that's it? Like, that's it? Like, no, give us more. Also, give us more dancers. 2 dancers on a stage that big. I was like, babe, we need them coming down all the aisles. Like, literally, like, or like the thing that he did at One Night Only with like the orchestra band, and they were like doing their like trombones down the catwalk. Like, I was expecting something like that, but that's okay. The stage was just like so big for so little amount of people. It would have been so much more impactful if there was more going on that stage. And that ties into my next point about like other pop artists right now. For example, like Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift. Billie Eilish, same kind of vibe, because she's a one-woman show, you know? It's literally just her and her band's like in the pit. And her stage was massive as well. Like obviously not as massive as Harry's, but her stage was huge for an arena. It basically took up the whole arena. And with her, she always has like stage props to make the show more interesting, because she's like Harry, she doesn't dance, she doesn't do costume changes, like, you know, she doesn't really leave the stage. It's like just her. And so she had the crane for Happier Than Ever. She had the for the Hit Me Hard and Soft Tour, she had a B stage where she jumped up. She did the barricade walk, and obviously she had the massive box, and then she would go up and down and stuff like that. And it was like so cool, like visually, and it was exciting, and it was immersive. Harry didn't have anything like that. I really did expect him to have something like that, and that reflects ticket prices, because, like, what do you mean Billie Eilish did, like, all of that, even though she's a one-woman show, and her ticket was $190, and Harry's, I know Billie doesn't do VIP, but even Harry's, like, GA ticket was, like, $280 or something, and I'm like, this is lackluster. Like, you're giving us nothing. Like, you're literally giving us nothing. Like, give us something. Even if he had rode out on a Lime bike and started singing, I would have been happy. Heelys, skateboard, scooter, I don't care. He could have done anything and I would have been happy. Just like, stop running around. Like, okay, running around is fine, but do something else as well, you know? And also, to add on to that, like, not to compare Taylor Swift to Harry Styles, but when you think about it, Taylor Swift for the Eras Tour had very, very, very similar ticket prices. And then when you think about it with Harry, it's like, oh, well, shouldn't we expect an Eras Tour level production from him? Like, you know, the standard has been set, because you're like, oh, this is going to be a really good tour, you know? As I said, expectations through the roof. And then obviously, because, you know, he's a man, he's not going to do that. But still, you have expectations that you think are going to be fulfilled, because, as I said before, Love on Tour doubled the price, you know, maybe a little bit more, not just the stage. It's not even like big things, because obviously he doesn't do costume changes, he doesn't do dances, he doesn't do all the extravagant stuff. But even so, Taylor had a 3-hour set and like 45, 46 songs. Harry did 20 songs. And keep in mind, Taylor has like, 13 albums? 14, 13 albums? Harry literally has 4. And yet he only performed 20 songs, yet he charged that much for the tickets. I'm just like, make it make sense, mate. Make it make sense, please. And honestly, I feel like my expectations would have been met if the tickets weren't so damn high. Like, if they weren't priced so damn high, my expectations would have been met, because I would have loved it. I would have been like, oh my god, yes, this is so fun. But because we spent that much money, it's like, oh, well, then what? Why have we spent this much money? Like, you know, are we paying to build the stage? Like, is that what it is? And then to finish off, more like Setlist things that I would have appreciated, Kiwi was like, oh, which made the ending, like the encore, feel very anticlimactic, because, I mean, obviously I watched this on a live stream. I was not there. I cannot speak for the people that were there, you know, so it was a very different experience. I'm sure it was amazing. Like, I can imagine it would have been amazing. But for me on the live stream, I was waiting for him to play Kiwi, and I think everyone else was. So maybe if, now that we know that he's not going to play it, the ending will be a bit more climactic. But just the fact he didn't play Kiwi was just so shocking to me. I was like that's his, like, that's his baby. Baby, you know, like, I was just very, 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 very shocked and confused. I hope he brings Medicine back, because, but at least we have Fine Line. At least we have Fine Line. I would rather Fine Line than Kiwi, to be honest. Also, cinema and late night talking not being on the set list was very confusing to me, because last time on Love on Tour, it was included in the disco medley, yet this tour he played Keep Driving and Matilda. And I've seen a lot of people saying, like, oh, the set list was really confusing, like, it was really random. And I kind of feel the same. Like, it was the same as Love on Tour without, like, the disco medley, but this album is like disco medley core, and so I was like very, 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 very confused as to why those were not on the set list. So Harry, if you are taking suggestions, you should play cinema and late night talking, because it really fits the vibe of your new album. You know, like, Keep Driving does not fit at all. I was very, very confused. But anyways, the last thing, which is just like a personal thing, the fact he didn't belt the Sign of the Times ending, where it's like, we don't talk, like, we don't, you know, the that part. I was like it ties into that thing again of like, oh, I paid this much money and you're not even singing it. You know, like, that's a very, very, like, that's one of my favorite songs. I want you to sing it, babe. I want you to sing it. I don't want you to point the microphone at me. I paid to hear you sing, you know? But otherwise, other than those things, I'm very excited. He looked amazing. He sounds amazing. I'm very happy he's back on tour. It's like giving me life. Like, it may not sound like it, but like, I'm so happy. Like, I was literally in bed, like, oh my God, like, I was like giddy with excitement. I just pray I can see the stage. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, and remember to hit that subscribe button, because I'm going to be documenting everything. I'm getting a new camera soon. I'm filming this on my iPhone. I'm getting a a proper camera and I'm going to be vlogging absolutely everything. So I'll be doing like show vlogs, I'm going to do a Paris vlog, I'm going to do like a packing for London vlog, like everything. So make sure to stay tuned for those, and I'm so excited. And yeah, I just thought I'd have a little yap because I don't have anyone else to talk to about it.